All right, y'all, I need to say something about low carb, keto, carnivore that is probably going to make some of you uncomfortable and it's probably going to upset some of the community, but this really needs to be talked about. Now, before anybody gets defensive and comes at me in the comments, I want you to know I am not anti-carnivore. Carnivore has helped me massively. I still believe in it. I still use the principles of carnivore all the time in my life. But somewhere along the way, us helping people has turned into how strict we can possibly be. And honestly, it breaks my heart, and I'm tired of seeing people being shamed and ridiculed for improving their lives, but not doing it carnivore enough. That's not health, and it's not helpful. It's just ego. So let's talk about what's actually happening and going wrong on Chris Cook in Nashville. So if you guys don't know, I've lost about 130 pounds. I started on keto and then I went carnivore. I'm using mostly carnivore, but some keto to lose the rest of my weight. My wife Ash has also lost a massive amount of weight, about 100 pounds, and she has done that the entire time being keto. A lot of people mistakenly think she is carnivore just because I'm creating carnivore recipes. And I have to say, the amount of judgment that Ash has gotten because she is not carnivore, even though 95% of the time I am, it's kind of ridiculous. And I think what's even more heartbreaking for me is I can't tell you guys the number of messages or even in-person interactions I have had from people where essentially they start their conversation off by apologizing to me for no reason at all because they think I'm going to be upset that they are not carnivore. Chris, I'm not carnivore. I'm only keto. Only keto. You mean you're losing weight, you're getting rid of excess inflammation, you're getting off of your medications. That's considered failure now? Are we seriously at a point where someone can lose 50, 100, 150 pounds and reduce all of these issues in their life, completely reversing all of these metabolic health issues, taking control of their life, feeling amazing, and even though they've completely turned their life around, they're somehow doing it wrong because maybe they have salad? If your life being completely transformed is somehow not valid because you have some berries, some onions, some lettuce, some roasted veggies, that actually sounds pretty insane to me when I try to say it out loud. Thank you to my good friend, Dr. Barry, for teaching me this. The proper human diet is a spectrum. Some people thrive on the far end of strict carnivore, even lion diet, meat, salt, water. Some people come back from that and they're more just animal-based and they include seasonings and veggies occasionally and little things, ketovore, those types of things. Some people thrive on keto and they use a lot more veggies and they use a lot of that kind of stuff because it's what makes them feel good. And honestly, some people I think just need a little bit of that flexibility for sustainability, because no matter how perfect the diet would be that they would eat, if they don't stick to it and it's not sustainable for them, it's not going to do them any good anyway. So if somebody is doing one of these things and they are flourishing, they are healthy, they are happy, they are reversing metabolic issues, and they're feeling fantastic, why are we angry about this? Why do some people out there act like healing is only valid if it is done the way they think it should be done? This mentality of being healthy only counts if you do it exactly the same way that I do it is hurting a lot of people. And the problem is when we treat this like it's a one-size-fits-all, black and white, you have to do it my way or the highway, we take away all of the individuality, all of the human nature of this, all of the nuance and the subtlety that makes this work for different people in different ways. We get way too hung up on labels and way too stuck on every little tiny nuanced thing that it is not right. And quite honestly, as a result of all of this, I have heard this carnivore harder as a concept being presented to people who are struggling and not healing. And I honestly think it's become really lazy advice being given on the internet by people who want to feel superior and they want their ego to be fed. So they go into groups because they've figured out how to fix some things in their own life and they've used really strict carnivore as a way to do it. And then they weaponize that against anyone else who is struggling with anything. And they tell them, just carnivore harder, just eat more meat. And sometimes strict carnivore like that absolutely will help people. But human beings are far more complicated than that. And they definitely deserve more respect than being ridiculed as a I'm helping you sort of way of speaking. Seems like a lot of times now online, the response to people who are struggling and fighting for better health has just become just eat more meat, just carnivore harder. I mean, come on, guys. As a community, we can do a lot better than that. That is not nuanced. That is not compassionate. And it is not, for many people, the slightest bit helpful. Something that I said in a live stream one time, which a bunch of my people love to remind me that I said, which I still stand by, is I asked the question, do you really want to help people, or do you just want to be a douche? And if the whole point of ridiculing people is to make yourself feel like you are somehow better than they are, and you don't really care about them struggling, you just want to show them how you figured it out and they should be more like you, that's not helping people. And taken to the far extreme, this actually has a name. If it goes a little too out of control and turns into an actual mental health issue, this is called orthorexia nervosa, which is an obsession with eating as clean and strict as you possibly can, to a point of being harmful to you, both maybe physically and also with your relationships, the world around you. Does that sound familiar? And here's the problem. When these kinds of things start creeping into the community, that's no longer about food or freedom. That's actually another form of food obsession. It's no different than the issue we're fighting against with all of the junk food we are trying to help people get off of. And this is what I wish our community could look like more often and more on the surface as a majority of the voices that are speaking out. If somebody is eating keto and they lose 200 pounds, celebrate them. If somebody reverses their diabetes eating carnivore, celebrate them. If somebody finally stops their binge eating and that's the only result they have, but they've got it under control, keto, carnivore, whatever, celebrate them. If somebody can walk without pain because they have reversed the inflammation in their body, even if they did that eating lettuce every single day, celebrate them. The mission of this whole proper human diet community started out as trying to help people get their lives back. I've often posed this question to people when we have these kinds of conversations. If someone reversed all of their metabolic health issues, they healed every disease and every issue that they've had, they've completely turned their life around. They are the picture of health. They are living a life filled with joy and fulfillment. And they were a vegan. Could you be happy for them? You don't have to agree that that would be the optimal way of doing it, but could you, despite the differences, be happy for them? And if the answer to that is no, then I want you to consider where the problem is actually coming from. What I am saying is that no matter what you think, we need a lot more compassion, especially for people who are hurting and struggling and are sick and trying to get their health and their lives back. We need more listening. We need more humility. We need a lot more understanding of the human beings around us, because those people are valuable and they are complicated psychologically, as we all are, and they deserve to feel like they are included and they are worthy of good health, just like the rest of us. And all of us in this community, for the most part, have come from a place where we didn't know what we now know. And treating each other like we're not doing everything right, and especially treating people that are trying to come to the community as a new keto or carnivore person like they are somehow not good enough because they don't know what we already know, that's just taking people that need help and beating them up while they are already down. Honestly, if someone is feeling good and they're working hard and they're trying to get their life back and they're healing and they're becoming healthy, I think we need to stop trying so hard to make those people feel like they have failed just because they don't do it the same way we did. And this message is as much for me to remember as it is for anyone watching this video. If you are doing keto and you feel like somehow you're not doing well enough, if you're not struggling and you're feeling good and you are healing and you are reversing all of these issues in your life, celebrate your success and I will celebrate with you. You do not have to be carnivore to be good enough to be a part of this community. And if you're a carnivore and you're healing and you are turning your life around and reversing all of your metabolic health issues and your diseases and you are getting your life back, you are worthy of good health and you are doing fantastic as well. No matter what your approach is, even if you're a vegan, as long as you are kind and you are helping everybody around you to enjoy life to the fullest and we are all supporting each other and learning together how all of this works, you are always welcome here in my community. Let's all figure out how we can support each other so we can reach a world that is filled with people who really need some help right now. Because truthfully, I think that's what this has been about from the very beginning. And I would hope that we can all feel blessed by the fact that we have been given the opportunity to have this knowledge and fix our health issues before it was too late. And I think we should be able to pass that on to other people in a way that is kind and loving. If this resonates with you, comment your experience down below. I'd love to know what you think about this. And in the meantime, go check out this video right over here. This is Chris Cook in Nashville. You guys, eat your meat, love your life, and be kind to one another. And I'll see you guys soon.